Pile 1. These are the cards I chose for you. Let's look together. 5 of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Staves, Princess of Coins, Strength, King of Cups, and finally, Princess of Arrows. This is Psyche, and I'm being really drawn to the butterflies here in your card. There's a lot of air, a lot of movement, and then I'm also noticing this 5 of Cups. There's a level of sadness here. Ooh, pile 1, you might be wondering or thinking whether or not you'll ever find love. Wow, what I really see here is, do you notice in the background of this castle, there's sort of this night sky, and this figure here is out in the field despairing. And it's like they went and took a walk, and they were crying out in this yard all alone, and they were speaking to the moon and the stars, and they were asking, saying, wondering, praying, is there anybody out there for me? God, could you please send me love? Could you send me my person? I'm not asking for anything else. I'm not asking for anything I don't deserve. I'm just asking for love. For others of you, this figure has a wedding ring on, and I'm feeling grief and loss, as in you're a widow or widower. You're a person who's lost their spouse, and you're wondering, in the same way, will I ever find love again? Wow. I am feeling a lot of movement, a lot of shifting, a lot of change here with this Psyche cards, this Princess of Arrows. This is the Page of Arrows traditionally, Page of Swords. So this one's quite positive. It's a lot of action and movement. Maybe you're kind of getting back out there, or at least mentally preparing yourself to do so. For me, either you or your partner, your potential great love, because that's what this reading is about, the most high vibrational connection we could have in whatever form that might take. You and your theoretical partner who is out there for you somewhere is coming through as this King of Cups, because look, do you notice the stars back here? It's like, it's giving me the same energy as this. However, there's more of a lightness to it. It's like things have sort of cleared up in terms of this tumultuous water energy. Things have kind of cleared up here. Okay, we also have Judgment, Ace of Staves, Princess of Coins, and Strength. What I'm seeing here is Spirit asking you to please hold on. Something could be working its way towards you with this Princess of Coins. This is the Page of Pentacles, which, you know, of course, is a small offer, a small invitation, a greeting, something like that. Something tangible we can hold in the real world. And it's making its way to you. Whatever this little... I can't tell what this is here. But what I felt intuitively is like a little sparrow, or like a barn swallow, or something like a little brown bird. And maybe that bird is very significant to you. But what I feel intuitively is like this little bird is going to bring it in. So to me, that's saying there is a message coming, or an invitation coming, or a very small offer coming. And Spirit is just asking you to hold on with this strength and this Ace of Staves, because This is a message that you will find love. It will come to you. There's this perfect partner for you, this King of Cups. And it's strange because you're both coming through in this way to me. And yet you're also both coming through here. These two love each other immensely. This is Siegfried and Brunhild. A lot of fiery energy here. So I feel the fire is going to clear out the water of the past. Water in the sense of that deep, dark, watery emotions. And do you notice all of this orange and yellow coming through? It's like solar plexus and sacral chakra energy, and also root chakra. So it's going to be a very stable connection for you, pile one. I feel that might be what you're looking for. The next great love, it's going to be very stable, very secure, and very passionate. And I think that the passionate nature of it, you're going to enjoy so much because it's so stable and secure. Maybe you felt left behind, abandoned, lost by whatever happened in the past. And this is really going to bring a lot of exciting new healing energy into you. And it's healing, it's in an interesting way. It's not healing in like a higher chakra sense. It's healing in lower chakra sense. So healing security wounds, healing self-worth wounds, those sorts of things. You'll do that for each other. And it will come to you. Spirit wants me to let you know. It's just, it might be moving a little bit slower than you think. And you're kind of despairing, wondering if it'll ever come. But I want to say that it will. So I'm going to move on to these angel cards and see maybe where it is you could meet this person. And we'll look at these together. I want to go from the bottom for some reason. Truth and integrity. Divine timing. Look at that. And finally, trust. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's what's being asked of you. Truth and integrity. So how or when will you meet this person? Maybe with this truth and integrity card, what's coming out for me is a sense of being true to yourself and being honest with yourself, what it is that you want. See, if you really do want love, if you really do want a partner, you have to be honest with yourself about that and with the universe. You know, it could be in the sense that if, for example, you were widowed, you tell people or you tell yourself, no, I don't want another partner. I'll never love another like I loved my wife, for example. But in fact, deep down, you really do want that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I see this light on in the castle, and it's sort of like that light you've left on in your heart for the right person. Now, this is interesting also if that having lost a partner applies to you. I see this light on in the castle as sort of a green light coming from your deceased partner saying that they want you to find love again. And I'm getting very emotional when I'm receiving this message for you. They want you to find love again, and they do not want you to despair. It pains them. You know, of course, they're safe and happy on the other side, but it pains them still in a human way almost to see you like this Five of Cups. It's very painful for them. And they don't want that for you because there is someone out there. And in fact, I think they would really approve of them. And there might be some strange, tiny similarities between these people that come through just as like a sort of strange, oh, interesting. I got that they might wear the same perfume, for example, or it's like they have the same favorite flower or color or something. And it's just a little message from spirit to kind of like show you that you're on the right track. Now, if you received this message, don't let that little detail that you're hearing about here, make you go out looking for a person just based on that thing. I don't think you'll find true happiness that way. I'm speaking of you meet someone, it feels right, they feel like the one, your next great love, and then Spirit sends you afterwards a sort of little confirmation sign from your partner, letting you know that it's okay to move forward with this person. It's for your best and highest good. The butterflies here too are bringing me a lot of angelic energy. So you might work with the angel realm, or perhaps you could ask or bask in that angel-like energy to try to bring yourself into love. Look at this. As I said that, I looked at this card. Do you see how this figure, this human woman, has all of these little cherubs around her? It's like that. It's like letting that sort of lighthearted, angelic, high vibrational energy into your life, and being honest about what it is you want. Maybe asking the angels honestly to send you love and affection and joy and whatever, words are true to you. And maybe that is what, how and when you meet this person. Divine timing, I'm sorry to have to deliver that. None of us like to hear that. Human patience is very thin at all, if it's there at all, right? But divine timing, this little cherub, this little Cupid will strike. And then trust. Interesting. A little side message I just received as soon as I picked up this card is if you're into crystals at all, you might want to pick up some angelite. It's a blue healing stone, and it might really help you to trust and heal yourself a little bit. Heal yourself in terms of love and what it is you want, and help you work with this angelic realm. It's this very beautiful periwinkle blue color, kind of like this card, and it just triggered that in me to tell you that you should consider looking into this card, looking into that stone. Okay, now let's see what little playing cards we got for you. And I do want to say that I'll be reading these as if they are the Rider-Waite Tarot. I'll assign the same meanings to these cards that we do the traditional tarot deck. I'm not familiar with playing cartomancy meanings, so just to avoid any confusion, that's what's going on. So the Four of Diamonds, 10 of Hearts, wonderful. Ace of Spades, wow. King of Clubs, and Ace of Diamonds. Oh my gosh, pile one, this is really, really good for you. Let me just say, this is very good for you. I'm just going to go ahead and even these out a little bit. Okay. Wow, look at that. Do you see how when we even these out, this kind of interesting. I'm just kind of aligning these cards so that I can get some information about how they relate. Anyway, first off, Four of Diamonds, kind of solid, however also kind of stubborn, maybe set in your ways, and coming out near this Five of Cups here, this could be about the way that we spoke, sort of being stubborn about what it is you want, or not admitting to yourself what it is you want. If you've been single for a long time and you really do want love, which is here available to you, if that's what you want, it's being stubborn. This is the Four of Pentacles, that figure who's holding on to those pentacles so tightly that he can't really receive anything. It's like you're holding on so tightly that you're not able to receive. That's what that message is about. But over here with the Ace of Diamonds, now that is the Ace of Pentacles, right? So that is an actual thing to be received. Look at that with the King of Cups, Princess of Arrows, and trust here tying it together. It feels like to me you have to fall into this trusting energy in order to receive this, in order to receive your King of Cups, in order for the universe to bring them in. 10 of Hearts, that is the 10 of Cups, and that's gorgeous. That is like all of the love. That's all of the love. And with Judgment here, I feel that you deserve it. I feel like with Judgment, it's like I really do get that Spirit's saying you've been through a lot, and it's you've had a great loss. Now, however it is that that applies to you in terms of a relationship, maybe it just didn't work out, and or as I said, maybe you lost someone. Also, it's maybe you've been alone for a very long time, and that's what this judgment is about. The judgment is kind of like things are about to change, and depending if you've been doing the work or not that applies to you, it will bring something new in. Judgment always says that to me. It's one of my favorite cards. It's like a completely new cycle if you allow it to be, if you do the work and step into it. And that's what I feel. Also, with truth and integrity, the 10 of Hearts here and the Ace of Staves, this might be a side message for just a few of you, but if you've been at all questioning your sexuality, you might have to be very honest about yourself, about who it is that you're attracted to, who it is that you love truly deep down in your heart, who you're passionate about. And that's how you're going to bring in your ideal partner, because it's when you're being very true to yourself. That's when Spirit can bring that person in, versus if you're really closed off to it, it's not going to work out. So if that, as a side message, applies to you, it's just a little confirmation for you that, we hear you, we see you, we're here for you. The angels are here for you. And also, the angels love you no matter what your sexuality is. Someone needs to hear that. I just got a funny message. It's like there is no sexuality on the other side in terms of like orientation. It's just love. It's just like pure love, and I just felt blanketed in love, and they wanted to tell me that. So if you need to heal an issue like that, consider picking up some angelite or just meditating with this color, this card, and it could really help you. Okay, pile 1. Are there any additional messages we have here? King of Clubs, that's the King of Wands, and coming out with this Strength card, that's a lot of fire energy, that's a lot of Leo energy, but with that, I just feel forward movement and happiness. It's like bright, kind of, it's sort of like a brash energy almost, and with this Ace of Staves, maybe this person will kind of start out slow with their offer and be very polite, to kind of feel things out. You're coming through as this King of Cups sort of energy. And then later on, once you get to know each other a little better, this is a positive thing, by the way. They'll be more the kind of like funny and witty and very romantic. Like they want to do sort of kind of wild romantic gestures. That's just what I feel. Like sweep you off your feet kind of thing. Take you to a jazz club and like get up on stage and sing to you, something really wild like that, like really showing off kind of energy. But it might be that they come off, wow, I just got drawn to this. You might be sort of embarrassed by that sort of behavior, but you really love them, so it's okay. It's like coming from the goodness of their heart. They just have so much passion and energy towards you, and it's coming from the heart. That's the thing that I want to like make very clear. It's coming from the heart. It's not a lower vibrational thing. It's not just a sexual energy. Any of their desire towards you is heart-based, and I think that's going to be really great and really satisfying to you also. Divine timing and this Ace of Spades here. Oh, there you go. Now you can see the Ace of Spades. This is clarity, right? This is truth. And look, that's the arrow. That's the arrow coming in to bring in this offer. I guess all I can say is that it's coming in divine timing. And with this ace, I feel that it is coming, but it might just be, wow, I just heard it's when you let go. It's when you let go. So, pile 1, I guess the message for you is there is this divine partnership coming into you. It feels very solid, very grounded, and very long-term, to be quite honest. Long-term, like it could be you spend the rest of your life with this person, or until the end of one of your lives. That's specifically what I'm hearing, so that could be relevant. And in order to meet them, or how or when you meet them, it's just, I feel like it has to do with a little bit of internal work. believing that it's out there, with this trust. It's believing that it's out there and knowing it, or hearing this and knowing there's someone out there waiting for you just as well. All right, pile 1. This is beautiful. I send you many blessings. Take care. Bye. Pile 2. This is your reading. So we'll look at these cards together and see what it is that you bought. Power. 5 of arrows. 5 of coins. 3 of cups. I'm already hearing, I just got a quick message. I heard the phrase fortune after difficulty. We'll see if that ends up applying or not. 5 of staves. 8 of arrows. 9 of coins. Wow. As soon as I saw that 8 of arrows, I knew exactly what I was feeling with this. So give me just 1 second. Okay. What I'm feeling for pile 2, as soon as I saw this 8 of arrows, I knew that a lot of you here are here looking for your next great love, because you've been out there on the scene, you've been trying, and you've been meeting the wrong people, quite frankly. There's a lot of sadness and disappointment here in this 8 of arrows card. And do you see how there's sort of these little piles here? Let's just say it hasn't been good. Yeah, a lot of you are single, you're out on the scene, or you've just been person after person after person dating the wrong people. Like, you could be a serial monogamist. So as soon as you're in one relationship, and it ends, you're in the next. Or you might actually be in the next before that first one even ends. That's just your style. That's just how it's always been. I'm getting that some of you, that's how, I feel single parent energy with this 5 of coins. So some of you, that's how you saw the parent who raised you. That's how they dated. And so therefore, that's kind of how you've been dating. Now, I do see that with these 5s, we have 3 5s here. It hasn't been easy. It's been tough. It's been difficult. It's been difficult. With this 5 of staves, forgive the very gendered phrase, but this is exactly what I heard. I heard battle of the sexes. So that's pretty old school. I don't even actually know exactly what that means, but that's what I got from this card. I feel a lot of fighting energy, a lot of arguments, and just misunderstanding, frankly. This card is very different. This power card is very different. We'll look at it in a high-vibed way in a little bit, because it could be like a power couple. I mean, it says power. I just noticed that again. It says power right there. I felt power couple. But what's coming through for you, pile 2, just to confirm and let me get your story straight, is that a lot of you might have been in a marriage or partnership for status. And whatever kind of status that is, I'm getting, maybe it's status like within your neighborhood. It's like, it's that neighborhood person who like everyone wanted, and that's a form of status. Some of you, it's status is in money, monetary gain. Some of you, it's social status, like fame and celebrity, that sort of thing. You're in it for status, and also I see that a lot of you, you or your partner were quite beautiful, and you were in it for that. You were in it for vanity. Or you were the one who was chosen for vanity, and maybe after a while that wasn't such a good feeling. Like, it could have started out nice, but it kind of devolved into this. There might have been a lot of, with this I'm feeling some sort of debauchery or sort of infidelity even. Maybe you were each actually engaged in infidelity, and it was like, beneath the surface of this sort of facade, you were both seeing other people, and all in all, it's left you in a really unhappy place. Now, this is the past. Let's move into now, because this is where I feel truly as you're viewing this reading. This is where you are now. That past was just a confirmation that we're getting your story straight, and this is the reading for you. Now we're going to see what happens next. 9 of Coins. You have embraced your singleness, your power, and with all of these doves, I feel a lot of healing. Also, doves, aren't doves, they're released at weddings, correct? So maybe you're like going to other people's weddings, and for the first time in your life, you're feeling really happy for them instead of feeling jealous or something like that, or insecure. Maybe that's because you're showing up to these things single, in your power, instead of partnered with the wrong person. Some of you are single parents, like I said, with this 5 of Coins. You see this figure here holding the baby. They're on their own here. And maybe it's that you set off to do this on your own. You left someone behind so that you could do this. You didn't know if you would make it financially, but what I feel truly is that you are, or you will be. If this 5 of Pentacles, this 5 of Coins feels very secure. There might be a bit of turbulence at this time, but I don't think that's going to be long. And here with this 3 of Cups, I see you celebrating with your friends and family members that are really quite happy for you and happy for what you've made for yourself. There's a full moon here, and it's just, for me, symbolizing a sort of culmination of energy. So it could be like the successful 1-year anniversary of your business or something like that. But it's just you being celebrated for you. 5 of Arrows. Strangely, with the 5 of Arrows, which is traditionally, the 5 of Swords, I feel a lot of healing in this card. You healing another, or you letting another go. Do you see how she's sort of letting this angel figure go? That's just how I'm seeing it in this moment. It's sort of like you letting someone go is very healing. Dropping the swords. That's how I feel with this. So let's see what other cards you got. We're going to look at these angel cards to see a little bit more about your next great love. Now, this is going to be a very high vibrational connection. It's going to be for your best and highest good. And a great love, as I said, can be anyone that is someone you're going to be with for the rest of your life, or it's someone you'll be with for a few weeks, but it's just deep down in your soul, it was an extremely healing, and I just heard passionate connection, but it's deep down in your soul that you feel this. So let's see when and where you could meet this person. Children. Wow, look at that. How and when. Serenity. Soulmate. Oh my gosh. Pile 2. That is fantastic. Look at this energy you're coming into. This Serenity card, I'm feeling a healing sense from it. And I'm feeling a very single sense from it. It's got a similar energy to this. Do you see that? It's got similar energy. Serenity. You being right with yourself. You being secure in yourself. And with Serenity, I'm getting also that for some of you, this could have to do with recovery. And you're celebrating like an anniversary of that recovery time that you have. And all of this turbulence in your past, wherever we go, there we are. It still stays with you, but I think that you could be learning how to make better decisions about partnership. Maybe this is like your 1-year anniversary, and now you're thinking about dating again, or thinking about what love could be like for you with Serenity. That's just a side message for somebody. Very healing. And also look at this. She sort of has a veil there. So once again, something about a wedding coming up. I don't know that necessarily all of you want to get married, but oh, interesting. I did get that some of you, your partner, your next great love will ask you to marry them, but I don't know that you want to. It's not because you don't love them immensely, but it's sort of something about like staying free, staying true to yourself, and your word is your bond. Soulmate. And in that case, they will understand. They will understand because they're your soulmate and they're mirroring you. Look at these two little kids. Actually, now that I see this, it's a little strange that children are kissing, but okay, we're just going to roll with it. They're kind of mirroring each other. And do you see in this background how the colors are kind of dark and then they're together here in this nice field? It's sort of like they each came from some darkness in order to meet in this more healed place, right? Like this green is really coming through. Green is important for you, so maybe look into heart chakra healing. There's something about the color green, or spending time in a garden. Something about green will be important for you, pile 2. And then children, maybe you both have children. And maybe because you have children, you thought, will someone want to be with me? Because of course, my children are the most important thing to me. And I feel for you that in fact, that will be the case. That will be the case. For others of you, what I'm seeing is you're going to have sort of, now this isn't for everyone, but this is still for pile 2, so see where you land. Some of you, you're going to have kind of an unconventional relationship with your soulmate in the sense that you are really focused on yourself and or yourself and your children. And so you're going to give this person as much time and energy as you can, but it's going to be sort of a relaxed connection in the sense that it might not be living together day in and day out, or maybe they live halfway across the world, or maybe it's that you spend a brief amount of time with them and then you're gone. It's something like that, but no matter what, the love is there. Whatever your arrangement is, it could be a little bit unconventional, actually. Like you might maintain some degree of singleness. And that could be just because that's what you've always preferred, or it's because you were in a really, really stifling connection at some point in your life and you never, ever want to be in that again. And your true soulmate, your true love, will absolutely, no doubt, understand that. And they will be there for you and they will show up for you in whatever way it is that you need. Some of you did try that sort of situation and it didn't work out. It left you in a lot of pain. In that case, it just wasn't the right connection. It wasn't the right connection, and you might have left that behind because for the sake of your children, or because it was wounding some vulnerable, innocent place inside of you. It wasn't, I'm feeling it. It wasn't a high vibrational situation. I just have to be frank. It feels a little bit low vibrational. It feels a little bit like messy and dark. And even if the parameters were set up in a certain way in this connection, they weren't respected, the boundaries weren't respected, and someone really hurt you, or you realized how kind of gross it was, the situation you were in. Interesting. I'm going to clear that out and move away from that energy now. Okay. But regardless, I see you celebrating in the future. I see you having a really great time. And with this blue scarf here intertwining these people, I just feel like it's like your true soul friends, or which could be family members, like your soulmates in terms of non-romantic partners, really just celebrating and having a great time because they're also happy for you that you found love. Let's see what other cards you have. These are some playing cards, and I'm going to read them in terms of the Rider-Waite Tarot. So I'll use the same meanings from the Rider-Waite in these playing cards. I do not do cartomancy. I'm not familiar with the meanings, just so that there's no confusion here if you do. 5 of Diamonds. Look at that again. The Joker. Wow. 4 of Clubs. 8 of Diamonds. 4 of Spades. Give me just 1 second. Wow. With this Joker card, I was kind of surprised to see it. I was surprised to see it for a few reasons. I will just say, if you were torn between pile 2 and pile 3, maybe check out pile 3 as well after this. I feel a sort of clown-like energy here, a hag, sort of old maid kind of energy. So either that's like a joke between you and your friends, or kind of a darker meaning. I have to put this out there. Some of you might have experienced some sort of something that was done to prevent love from coming into your life. Now, that's certainly not for everybody, and I don't want to scare anyone. I don't like those kinds of readings, and I think that they're very specific and don't apply to most people. But if you chose pile 2, it's just a message that, even jealousy and negativity can affect you, right? It's not a curse in any traditional sense, but it's that sort of, if someone so intensely hates you or is jealous of you, if you are extremely beautiful, or if you are in the public eye, you are famous, you are very wealthy, one of those things, anything, you have a lot of status in some way because of your craft, whatever you do, whatever your skill is, your business is extremely successful. I saw someone who's a dancer. So whatever it is you're really good at, someone could be extremely jealous of you. A lot of people might have been extremely jealous of you. And so with knowing it or not knowing it, they sent you this sort of old maid energy. And this could be if you're male, female, or non-binary. It's just like a sort of like growing old alone type thing and being in unfulfilling connections. What I feel is that the most important thing is that you break that cycle. So do whatever healing work that you need to do. Take some time to focus on yourself and your children if that applies. I just also got pets. So if it's just you and your pets, whatever that is, I feel like just hearing this is going to help clear it up. So I'm going to move on now. 5 of Diamonds. Once again, it's right there. More 5s. 4 of Clubs. 5 of Pentacles. Perhaps you need to clear up your finances a little bit. Become self-sufficient if you were in a partnership where you did not have to, or you were not able to work to have your own finances. Maybe it's that you have to clear up your finances so that you can meet your soulmate. With the green here, I'm also getting money. So it's either heart chakra or money energy. It's probably both. 4 of Clubs. That's a beautiful partnership. It's the 4 of Wands. It's sort of that gateway, and it's a sort of perfect match. And it's also a wedding card. It's a celebration. It's a ritual. So once again, there's something about a wedding coming up. It's just coming up and coming up and coming up. 8 of Diamonds, 8 of Pentacles. Look, that's work. That's you working. And with this 5 of Staves, I'm now seeing it in a completely different light. Excuse me. That might be relevant. I'm seeing it as really playful. Some people say that the 5 of Wands is like a play fighting card. It's like these figures are not actually hurting each other. It's like, a combat sport sort of thing. And I'm feeling that here where it's a playful vibe. And it feels like, to be honest, it feels like acting or, role playing in some way. It feels like that. And it's a really fun energy with that work card. Maybe it's that you're having a really great time at your workplace with this 8 of Pentacles, or you're doing this sort of thing for work. You're like putting on a historical reenactment, or you're cast in a play. And maybe that's how you meet someone, right? Because you're in this playful energy and you're working really hard. I feel with all of this stuff about finance, being on your own, etc., here you being successful with your financial endeavors, that might be the thing that really clears up any blockage you had to finding true love in whatever form that is that you want, however unique you need it to be. 4 of Spades. Yeah, 4 of Swords, healing. taking a rest and healing. It's the card of the night after battle. So with that, that's a card of great reverence. That card, a meaning that is not always talked about, is that this knight has come home from battle and he's lying down in the tomb and giving thanks for having his life because he knows he might not have. And once again, with this Serenity card and that knight I see in my mind with this Four of Swords, this could have to do with recovery if that's relevant for you. It's kind of like giving thanks for having the life that you do because you might not have made it. Or if, for any other reason, you're a veteran, for example, it's coming home and being thankful for what it is that you have. Wow. I just feel like this is where you're really going. And I want to show you this rose quartz for some reason. Someone wants to see that. Setting yourself free and moving on. Also flying with your pack. So maybe it's meeting people that are more like you. And it's a really wild and free energy in a very positive way, in a very high vibed way. It's not at all heavy anymore. So it's quite beautiful. This person might be someone you knew from grade school that you're going to meet. That's just for some. With the children, it's like you knew each other when you were little kids. There's plenty of ways this can apply, and I feel like if you're here and you're viewing pile 2, you have kind of already put together a story in your head. So please leave a comment so that other people who chose this pile can see where you're coming from. All right. Have a blessed day, pile 2, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile 3. Welcome. We're going to see what you got today. We'll look at these cards together. Ten of Staves. Ten of Cups. I'm feeling a lot of powerful energy coming through for you, pile 3. Fertility. Wow. This is very intense in a super good way. Princess of Cups. Ace of Coins. Contemplation. 8 of Coins. I just want to say, pile 3, that your reading is extremely high vibrational. It's almost overwhelming in a really good way. So we're asking today about your next great love. Great love is someone, something you feel deep down in the soul. So it doesn't matter if they're around for a few weeks or the entirety of your life. It's that great love, that person you go back to in your mind and think, that really changed me. That experience set me on a path. And I'm already getting so many messages, but here with this figure painting, doing this sort of manuscript, it's like you might meet this person and they inspire the great work of your life. I have chills all over my body. I know that's true for someone. So great love can be in many forms. And I just want to put that out there. Some of you are looking for a life partner, and others, it might be something a little bit different. But it's a great love. And with this lion here, I'm feeling how proud and noble and pure this energy is. So I know it's extremely, extremely high vibrational for the highest good of you, others, and all. It's kind of a lot, to be honest, to tap into this. It feels really good. It feels so good. Look at these pastel sort of rainbow colors here. Do you also see how the tree the trunk is intertwined? It looks like one person and another person coming together, and whatever it is they're joining makes this tree bloom, makes these cups light up. There's one person, there's the other, and then there's the 8 cups shared between them. So what I'm feeling intuitively with this pile 3 is that you might have each had quite a journey to get here. And I'm feeling that in a different way than I have in the other piles that I've read for so far. This is in a very specific way. This is like the fool's journey, the hero's journey. This is like mission status. You may hear in the background a little cat. Just kind of funny. We have this cat energy coming through, and I just wanted to apologize for that in advance. Wow. Pile 3. This is really great. It might have been a little rocky. The waves might have been tough. And what I'm feeling with this intuitively is the strength of the shoreline, how, these rocks take a beating from the ocean, but they stand so strong. And then the waves and the rocks kind of work together in harmony to, like, if you've ever stood by the ocean, you know the power of that energy is what I'm saying. There's something very electric about this reading as well. There's a lot of these deep, dark, and bright blues here and gold. It's like a blue and gold feeling. So this is something very deep, very spiritual between the two of you. And interestingly enough, I feel like it comes from within first. So if you chose pile 3, you've probably been on quite a spiritual journey. You might have been single for a very long time, or alternately, you are already partnered and you're here just as kind of a fun confirmation to see if I'm picking up on you and your partner's energy. And in that case, I am. And what I see is that you might not even realize this, but this is how you're coming through with them, is like in this extremely powerful way. And if you didn't know that yet, now you do. You have the potential to tap into that with your partner and like sort of create a legacy. And it's not legacy in like 10 of Pentacles legacy. It's a legacy as in like a spiritual legacy, or a legacy in terms of what you contribute to the world. That's what it is. It's a legacy in terms of what you contribute to the world, whether that's just in your own community or globally. It doesn't matter. It's just, it's something huge. And with all of these little cats here, maybe you run like a neighborhood cat rescue, and that's your legacy. And it's a really beautiful one. This is the Empress, right? I was feeling a lot of fertility, growth kind of energy with this. And maybe it's that you kind of take in strays, whether that's people or animals, or just your work attracts people who feel lost and they feel comforted in the presence of you. And potentially, if you've met them or are already with them, or you will meet them soon, your partner. All right, pile 3, give me just a moment. I want to get out these angel cards for you. So together we're going to look at these angel cards, and we're going to see how and when you might meet this person. So, romance, okay. Healing, wonderful. And miracles. Oh my gosh. I actually want to switch these, I think. No, just kidding. Wow, look at this miracles card. That's exactly the color scheme I was feeling that is so important to you. Do you see how this is this gold divine light, and this is this like dark but bright teal blue? Maybe choose a stone or work with these colors in meditation. Bring in these colors in your mind's eye and work with them, because I think it could take you to a place that you haven't been before. If you chose pile 3, because I feel that you're on quite a spiritual journey. You've done your healing. I feel that strongly. You're able to hear that message and roll with it. Also, a certain blue colored bird might be relevant for you. I'm feeling, I just heard indigo bunting, but I know there's a lot of different vibrantly colored blue birds out there in the world. And based on your location, maybe think of which one that is. That could be important. I also see a lot of mushrooms here, and then there are fairies. So something about like a fairy circle. I don't know much about the energy of the fairies, but that could be something you want to look into or you already are into. Lots of spiritual energy coming through in your reading. A lot. And what's so interesting is I feel that the romance is just like, it's just something extra, if that makes sense. You're already sort of doing this thing on your own. Look at that, 8 of Coins. Growing that pentacle, that gold energy on your own. Lots of passion and fire and drive here. And kind of mostly being okay with being on a solo journey. You wouldn't mind being with someone else, but you're not going to settle for anything. You want your next great love in whatever form that is. And you're kind of leaving it up to the divine. Interesting. You're leaving it up to the divine so that you might experience this sort of miracle. Or if you haven't, it's sort of a message that giving it over to God, spirit, the universe, whatever word you're comfortable with, is what brings it in. With this healing card, I'm feeling not you healing, because I feel very strongly that you've already done that. What I feel with this healing is that you're healing other people. You're sort of, look at this figure in blue. You're this figure in other people's lives. Excuse me, I'm having some trouble speaking, so I don't know if there's a message I'm not supposed to relate, or it's just, okay, I get it. You healing others through your voice, or you healing others heals your voice. Now that means being available to be in this energy allows you to sort of work with those throat chakra energies somehow. You could also be a sound healer. You could be a counselor, a therapist, a wise person of your community. People feel safe in your presence, and this was your path. You had to heal yourself in order to get here. Also, I'm also saying this as you, in the sense that the angels working with them is what healed you, and because of that, now you're taking on this role in order to heal others. Wow. With this Princess of Cups, that's the Page of Cups, and what I feel really is like, you kind of wondering, like, I wonder if there is someone out there for me. It's just a curiosity. It's quite innocent, and it's also kind of being like, okay, well, if there is, I'm ready to give my love to them if they show up. If they show up, but if not, I'll just continue working on this, whatever my great work is. If you see here, there's someone praying in this illustration, this manuscript. It also looks like it's a musical score, so yeah, and this is 9, Contemplation. This would be the Hermit card in the traditional tarot deck. This has to do with a solo journey, so I feel that strongly. Maybe it's that you're going to soon, if not already. Oh, that's a cat. I'm so sorry. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and move on. I feel you working on your craft, your destiny, your divine calling. I feel that. And I do just want to give a quick shout out that it's possible once you're doing that, you will meet this person. And when you meet this person, they activate this thing in you and you activate this thing in them. And you grow something else completely. It's like, I really do feel like all people have 3 different soul callings, and it's sort of like you get to work on all 3 with them. It's really beautiful. There might be one that you didn't know that you had, which has to do with some sort of nurturing here with all of these little animals, her pregnant belly and their partnership. There could be something with nurturing you didn't know that you wanted to do, that you will once you come into this partnership. I'm going to get these cards for you So these are playing cards, and I'm going to read them as if they are the Rider-Waite Tarot. I'm not familiar with cartomancy, so if you are, this is just to let you know so that there's no confusion. Oh, pile 3. There's something really interesting I want to talk about before I show you the rest of your cards. We have this Joker. Now, I got 5 of these little red playing cards for each pile. However, I could only get 4 cards for you, and no matter what, no matter how hard I tried, I could only get 4. So either the number 4 is very significant, or this is what I got. Finally, this 5th card, this Joker card, came out. I didn't even know the Jokers were still in the deck, but it spoke to me, and it said, there could be some sort of blockage. Think 4 of Pentacles kind of energy, that stubborn, closed-off feeling. There could be some sort of blockage within you, within your mind even, that is the sole thing that's preventing this from coming through for you. Maybe it's having to trust and believe that you've been healed. Or maybe it's that you just can't imagine there being a divine partner out there for you, someone who can match your energy, someone who can show up for you in the way that you want, someone that brings as much to the table as you do, someone who loves as hard as you, someone who cares for the world as much as you do, someone who has their own craft, their own skill, their own pentacles, their own world. One that's not going to interfere with yours. Instead, the two of you will join up and grow something new, right? It's not taking away from your life at all. It's only adding to it and multiplying it 3-fold, 10-fold even. It could be about some sort of belief system, something I just got, it could have come from your childhood, or it could have come from your experience with struggle in some way. It's that you don't necessarily believe truly deep down in your heart that there could be someone out there for you. And this is just a message that I hear you, I see you, and Spirit wants you to know that. If that's you, if you're still doubting, work with the cycles of the moon and continue to work on your craft. I just heard that advice. I know it's very specific, but that's what I got. Also connect with nature and pets here. With these lotus blossoms in the background, these lotus pods, I'm feeling that lotus energy, that no mud, no lotus kind of feeling. And I feel that both of you have done your healing and been through that. And so you just really need to believe deep in your heart that this person exists and is out there. Now, also, I feel that a lot of you have dreamt of this person. Some of you drew this person because you see them in your dreams. And you might meet them and they might look like that. For others, they're not going to look at all the way you imagine them. And that could be something that's sort of preventing you from finding them as well. It's not that you're imagining them in a way and they don't look like that. It's that somehow you need to let go of that visual aspect. We're visual people, right? Even in our mind's eye. And just let that go and feel their energy, because anytime they show up for you in your dreams, in your daydreams, when you're imagining your perfect partner, they have the same vibe. That's what I'm feeling. They have the same vibe, and that's how you know. And also, it's like, I'm feeling this once again with these two cards, how there's 2 figures standing next to each other in power. It's like that saying, standing next to someone and watching the world together versus watching each other. It's like you're so comfortable in your partnership that you're able to do your own thing and look out at the world together, but as 2 separate, very strong entities. Very strong. You're both very, very powerful. This is not going to be for everyone, because it's very powerful. Okay, this is really specific and kind of strange, but I have to tell you what I see. Do you see this little cat here? This one? It reminds me of the meme cat, the little orange cat with the cute cartoon eyes. And I know that's so specific and so strange, but it's going to be important for someone. Okay, I'm going to get out your next 4 cards. Queen of Spades, 10 of Spades, Queen of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds. What is this about? This Queen of Diamonds, which is the Queen of Pentacles, does not look happy here. Kind of like on the wheel. That's how I'm seeing this card. So I don't know if this is you or someone else. Wow, this is really specific also, but some of you, your person who's out there for you, who you're waiting for and wondering if they heal. Oh, I just said heal you, but I meant to say hear you. So that could be an important slip. It's because they're in an unhappy partnership right now. And if that's the case, they would clear that up. They would clear that up before meeting you or before getting into partnership with you, right? It wouldn't be any crossover. I wouldn't suggest that. I know it happens, but this is not what that is. 10 of Swords, Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is so interesting. So this is kind of less about you and more about your person, or switch it if the energy is reversed. Your energy and their energy is very similar. It's different but similar. So it's possible that could be you. And anyway, you understand. Queen of Swords and 10 of Swords. Someone got really, really, really burned in the past. They got really burned in the past. And that's sort of where their hesitation comes from. Queen of Swords, when she's in a low vibe energy, is very cutting, very sharp, cruel and mean. So they could have been with someone like that. Queen of Pentacles, Jack. Queen of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds. Jack of Diamonds, you know, to be honest, I always get that Waylon Jennings song, Jack of Diamonds. If you're a fan, check it out. This to me just feels like 2 similar energies now. So Queen of Pentacles, Jack of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. I'm feeling that that is a Knight energy coming in for this Queen of Pentacles energy. Give me a second. They might be both a little bit forlorn, a little bit wary, but it's like they're going to come together somehow, some way, regardless. As it's interesting, the way I see it is like 2 moving parts, 2 cogs, and it's like they will meet at that right moment, and it could be a little bit unexpected. It could be a little bit strange in the sense that they weren't expecting it, and it's just, yeah, that's the only way I can put it, is they really weren't expecting it there. So it might just be that it's at an event where they weren't really expecting to see or meet anyone new. Maybe it's an event, for example, that has to do with their very niche genre, whatever your very niche genre is or theirs is, and there you are, you show up at it, right? It's like they never expected anyone new to come into this circle, but there you are, and it's like you two just meet at just the right moment. That's what I feel. And the way that you're going to know who this person is that they really inspire action within you. You know, you're already in a very good place. You're already working on your craft and putting out really good stuff. But it's that they inspire you to do even more. To strike when the iron is hot kind of vibe I feel with this. So they inspire you to be even better than you already are. That's how you'll know who this person is when you meet them. That they inspire you to be even better than you already are, or you them, probably both. All in all, pile 3, this is an extremely beautiful energy. It's, I can't get a sense of human timing, and you'll understand if you chose this pile because you know that this has been a lot of work, and it'll come when it comes. It's like you understand the ways of the universe, how those 2 cogs in the wheel just have to meet it right at just the right moment. It's like a spiral vibe. It's a figure 8 infinity vibe. If any of those symbology applies to you, resonates with you, strikes something within, you'll get it. Once it comes about, I think that you're going to be really, really happy with this romance card. And you're not going to so easily let it go, neither of you. What's going to be so great about it is that it's going to be completely equal, and you'll both feel the same for one another in the sense of it's completely and totally reciprocated here. Okay? So, lots of healing, lots of transformation, and in doing so, you're sort of, you and your partner are being rewarded by the divine. Thank you, Pile 3. I hope to see you again soon. Blessings. Bye.